8 AM in Birdsville. The bakery over there, pub's just there. Apparently the airport's right there. Oh, so today's mission, and I'm not making any promises, but the ultimate goal is to get to Poeppel Corner. I'm obviously going to see how I'm going for fuel and time. The sun doesn't go down here till about 20 past 6, so I do have about 10 hours to cover 165 k's each way, 330 odd k's all up. So yeah, should be doable, depending on how bad my sand riding skills are today. 38 k's to Big Red, I don't think it was that far. Hell, I guess that's 38 k's that I won't have to do on sand dunes. It would have been nice to have blue skies for today's desert riding activities, but I guess the weather is one thing that we can't control, and I'll just be grateful that it's not raining. And you know, we've had really good luck with the weather so far, so can't complain too much. Alrighty, finally getting close. I think 5 k's to go. Keen for my first glimpse of Big Red. Is that it? Is that him? That might be Big Red. Glowing red in the sunlight for me. Big Red sand dune, 2 k's this way. Man, I need to defrost a bit. It's freaking cold. Alright, here we go. Hopefully I got it to myself this early in the morning. This is definitely one of those bucket list things, man. I've been so keen to get my ass to Big Red so long. It's kind of a bit surreal. I can't believe I'm actually here, climbing up this bit here. Oh. Yeah, she's a big dune. Forbies are heading off across the desert. Up on Big Red by myself. Love it. How good. Hope the camera's doing it justice. Stoked. Made it, Red. Anyway, let's keep going into the desert. We didn't come this far to stop here. Definitely still quite a bit of water around there, so I'm a bit dubious about whether I can get across the Eyre Creek, but we'll go and check it out. Like, I'm not even kidding, man. It is fucking freezing. Oh, this looks soft. Hopefully there ain't too many people here later on when I'm trying to get back up that. Big Red, eh? Big Red. Let's go. Here we go. Here's the first test for Josh. Easy. And see how it would tire you out pretty quick though. Yeah, this is sweet, man. definitely a good tool for the job. 690. Unloaded. All I got on here is some tools. 5 litres of fuel. Yeah, tools, 5 litres of fuel and 3 litres of water on my back. So very lightly loaded. Definitely not interested in doing the Simpson on a fully loaded heavy adventure bike. Hats off to the guys that do it. Not really my idea of fun. So if I can make Poeppel Corner by around about 1 o'clock in the arvo, I should be right to get back before dark. Whee. How are ya? Sorry. What a treat, getting to do this. Well, yeah, so far these dunes, man, not hard on this bike. Even on a T7 or something, I think you'd be okay. I mean, I know that the sand is kind of more compact and easier to ride when it's cool and early in the morning, but yeah, we'll see how we go when it starts warming up a bit. This I think is a good way to get the Simpson Desert experience without having to actually fuck around with the whole crossing. I got to shout out Tony from SRC because I was talking to him on the phone telling him that we were coming out to Birdsville and I wanted to go and at least suss out Big Red and maybe ride into the desert a bit. He's the one that actually suggested and kind of talked me into making a push for Poeppel Corner. He said, yeah, you got to at least go that far. And I kind of did the maths and thought, yeah, that could be doable. So we'll see how we go. The only thing that's really going to stop me, I think, is if it takes longer than I'm expecting and I run out of daylight, or Eyre Creek's not passable. So hopefully we'll be right. I was originally going to stash my 5 litres of fuel somewhere along here and pick it up on the way back, but it's really not bothering me where it is. I'll just leave it on there. See if I can get over this sand dune without standing up on the pegs. Do a lazy man style. Whee. 690, mate. This sand weapon. I mean, this ain't deep sand. This is really quite compressed, this shit. Little patches of soft shit, but usually when you come over here... Oh, we got a 4B coming. Oh, shit. See a 4-wheel drive and get put off. So I've done 51 Ks out of 165. Quite a long way to go, considering most of that was 40 Ks of bitumen. What a beast. How are ya? There's 2 4-wheel drives a little way back. Yeah, Joe. Did you get across the Eyre Creek alright? Yeah, no worries. Alright, sweet. Thanks, man. Okay. Alright, thanks, man. Alright, the new challenge is to get to Poeppel Corner without binning the 690. No drops, Josh. No drops. Oh, look at this. fucking awesome is that? Gotta get a photo of that. Come over that hill and end up in a bull bar. Yeah, if anybody's wondering, because I know people like to ask about this sort of stuff. Tyres, what tyres am I running? Holy moly, look at that knob hanging off there. In a recent video I mentioned the GT, Golden Tide GT 232. I was still running that. I thought, you know, out in the desert, in the sand, your side knobs are going to be doing a fair bit of the digging, and they are still in pretty good nick, except for the fact that they're getting torn off. Man, that must have been the ride out to Haddon Corner that did that. Since I mentioned that tyre and that it was cactus, it's done the 200 k's out to Haddon Corner and back. I'm still running the original Pirelli, Pirelli Scorpion Rally. It was on the bike when I got it. It's pretty well cactus as well. But you don't need special tyres for this, I don't think. Not on a bike like this anyway. I'm running like at least 25 psi front and rear. Didn't bother airing down. But that's just me, I'm an idiot. But I'm getting it done. Look at all this water out here, it's hard to believe. Hard to believe we're in the Simpson Desert. It's that freaking wet and green everywhere. Let's sketch out coming up over these. Freaking trees. Take a detour around. We've still got to go through water, eh? This looks alright, it's not deep at all. Pretty hard. Eyre Creek, no problem. On to Poeppel. Yeah, we're going for time. 20 past 9. It's gonna be close, I reckon, because it's definitely slow going, and I don't want to, as I was saying on the ride out to Haddon, I don't want to just fucking zip out there and zip back. I want to enjoy it. Stop to take photos, check out, you know, just enjoy the being out here. But I reckon my bike fitness is probably good enough for me to make it back without totally getting too knackered. Alrighty, back into the dunes. Dopey ass emu. I don't know if you'll be able to see them, but run back this way, dum-dums. Get a good look at yous. Yeah, they're coming back this way. They're not real smart. I actually prefer the sand dunes to this bumpy ass fucking clay pan. It's fucking rough, man. The dunes are smoother. It'd be awesome to, if you knew there was nothing coming, send it over those fucking sand dunes. But then you just don't know what the fucking mess you're gonna find on the other side. Ugh. Fucking rough, man. I can't imagine this would be much fun in a four-wheel drive. Like, it's pretty rough on a bike. So I've only done 67 k's, so about 30 of sand dune. It's gonna be a fucking long day, I tell you. I've just noticed that just the way I've tied this jerry can on here, it's kind of rubbing on the edge of this rack here. Probably eventually put a hole in the bloody thing, so I'm going to try and see if I've got a rag in there or something that I can jam in between it. Don't really want to be pissing fuel out everywhere. Kind of need the stuff. Cut a bit of that off, eh? Might be even better. Just sitting here quietly, you can hear the birds, and they sound like budgerigars. I guess they would be budgies out here, squawking away. It's pretty cool. Good old Aussie ingenuity, using what nature provides us to fix problems. Maybe not nature, but anyway. Chunk of good old VB mud flap may have just saved the day. Yeah, we're probably getting close to halfway now. So yeah, the main reason, well, one of the main reasons I want to make it to Poeppel Corner today is I've never been to Northern Territory, and I will be able to set foot in the NT. So I'd never been to South Australia before either, and I set foot in SA yesterday at Haddon Corner. So I can make it 2 new states in 2 days. That'd be pretty cool. Doesn't look like stickers last very long up here. Anyway. Josh was here. Probably should have just made sure that my VB flap's still hanging in there. Oh, it's already fucking gone. I've just kind of strapped it on a little bit differently there, so it's not sitting up on the rack, but now the mud flap's in between it, the side of it, and there, so it shouldn't be able to go anywhere. Alright, let's go. What's the bet? I don't even need that 5-litre jerry of fuel. There's no way I was going to risk not bringing it though. But I guess, you know, sitting on 50k an hour, 50 to 60, not really giving it too many berries, should be fairly economical. And I wouldn't call this sand soft at all. It's not like it's bogging down heaps, chewing heaps of fuel or anything. Oh, this is hard pack, man. Whoa! It's probably the closest I've come to binning it so far. Shit, a brick. Yeah, that's quite soft there. Oh, it's only real small sections of that shit. Chopped up crap. Coffee break time. Don't know if you guys will be able to make out this map here, but that purple line there, one end is Birdsville, the other end's Poeppel Corner. So you can see, yeah, I'm getting there. Still a long way to go yet. Oh, this wind is relentless. I do believe that's rain over there. Hopefully it stays over that way. It's too cold to be getting wet, I'll tell you that. I'm going to fill up this little plastic bag here with some Simpson Desert sand as a bit of a memento of my trip out here. I'll put it in a glass vial or something when I get home.